welcome back to our channel. We are Mahogany Spice, as you know.
Yep.
We want to welcome you guys back if you are a consistent follower so far. We also want to welcome you if you are new. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment below, let us know what you think, and give us a thumbs up. So we're gonna get right into the topic, and the topic is today, talk to me nice.
Talk to me nice. Yes. So, talk to me nice is about how parents speak to their kids in public and how it affects them and how they are in society as well. So we have bullets of things that we want to share with you guys and our opinions relating to our topic. And just to remind you guys, again, feel free to state your opinions in the comments because we also learn from you.
Yes. The first point is low self-esteem. Low self-esteem can be very important for your personality, your character, who you are, you as an individual in general.
Yeah.
It affects everything that you do, your self-esteem and how you view yourself, how people view you in general. When you're talking to your children, be careful when you are. This goes for parents of different backgrounds. How you talk to your kids can affect how they treat others in society. And if you are not building up their self-esteem at home, you can't expect them to be a good contribution or a good product to the environment that we have in society in general. They're not going to be a good asset because their self-esteem is not up there. They don't know. They don't have a mind of themselves. They don't have a backbone of themselves. So they're just going off of what they're told at home. And if from home you're telling them, oh, you're ugly, and oh, you're a little B, and you're a little this, and oh, you look just like your dad, or you look just like your mom, and you're bringing their low self-esteem. You're bringing their self-esteem down. You're not telling them they're beautiful. You're not telling them, oh, I really like that. You did a good job in school. You're bashing them because of your, things that you probably went through, and you're bringing it on your child, and they therefore go into the world and they affect everyone else.
Yeah. And another point is discipline. It will be hard for people in school when they're in school because they at home and they're at school. So it will be hard for teachers and principals to discipline your child when you talk to them a certain way. And it shows that it's good to show that you have respect for your kids because then they will be able to respect others. And I've seen in the street, on the bus, in the corner stores, I've seen parents who curse out their children like, oh, what the F is wrong with you? Put that shit down, you motherfucker. Sorry to spit. I have seen parents do that, and it gets me angry because they feel a certain way. They may not show it because they're obeying, but when they're at school, they act out, and it's hard for teachers and other people who have to deal with them throughout the day to discipline them. And they, with low self-esteem, they feel a certain way at home, and for them not to feel small, they try to feel like they're bigger than what they are when they're at home. So it's like they have two different personalities, So how we talk to them and treat them is important.
Very important. Another point is acting out in school. A lot of kids act out in school, and like Sade said, it is important for your kids to have that foundation at home, because if you're cursing at them and you're constantly bringing them down, how do you expect your children to act in school? They don't have any sense of brotopsy. They don't know that I've been brought up a certain way and I need to act a certain way because I'm not only representing myself, but like my father used to tell me, you're representing me as the parent. You're representing my last name. You're carrying that. You're my child. So when you go outside, I expect of you to act a certain way. So you as the parent can't technically get mad when you going to parent-teacher conference and the teacher says, your child is bad, like, I don't know what's going on, like, he's not reading, he's not doing math, he's not understanding, he doesn't want to engage. Why? Because at home it's a total different scenery. He doesn't have the discipline or the focus that you're putting or you're instilling into him or her. They don't have that. So when they go out to school, now they want to fight everyone. Now they're taking videos of everything. Now they want to be dancing in school. They want to be laughing. They don't want to focus on learning and absorbing that information because they don't know what it's like to do that from home. They don't understand that. So acting out in school contributes to how it can affect our society, because now these kids in school are seeing this kid act out and may or may not influence one of them.
And going back to me saying that parents cursing at their children, when you give them, it's like basically showing them an example, like, okay, it's okay to curse at other people, and it's okay to curse at kids and adults. I've heard little kids, younger from like in 8th grade, cursing. At that age, I wasn't even thinking about cursing and stuff like that. Like I went to a 7-day Adventist school, and even though like people outside of the religion that I grew up in cursed and stuff like that, it still took me a hard time to say bad words. So hearing kids cursing out children and adults, it was shocking, but not now. But to adults, it's the utmost disrespect that I can see for myself. And we parents, I'm not a mother, but I'm saying we parents, we have to set an example from home of how we talk to our kids and how we treat our kids, because they're gonna feel like it is right to do that when they go outside of home. And people is gonna be like, oh, I don't understand why that child is acting like that, and they're gonna be like, oh, it comes from the home. Yep. So be mindful of what you do, because nowadays I've seen videos of children talking to teachers like they're nothing. My mom never cursed at me or anything, and she's Grenadian, so she will mostly yell and say harsh things to me, which I think is really funny now, honestly. She would say certain things to me, but not in my right mind I would curse out a teacher. Yes, I may have my little attitude and say my little smart mouth and whatnot, but just to curse out a teacher and say a whole bunch of disrespectful stuff to them is just out of the question. And definitely, if my mom hears that, my butt is done. So it's important to train your child of how she should be in the society, because anywhere how you look, your child is also an example of people under them, below them, growing up, different generations. So you may think, well, that's not my child and I have nothing to do with them, so I have to extend an example. But how we portray ourselves out there, you have little kids who will also follow. And it took me a while to understand that, because it's like, I'm setting an example for my little sister, and if I act a certain way, she's gonna want to act a certain way too, because she thinks it's right. She thinks it's cool. So cursing out adults and cursing out kids is something that us parents should think about when we're mad at our children and when we try to discipline them. Yeah, we may be talking loud, but our words can affect them, and our words can be a part of how they speak to others as well.
That brings me to another topic, bullying. When you're not raising your child, and I should correct myself because everyone's way of parenting is different. So not everybody's parenting is right and not everybody's parenting is wrong. But there is a certain way to conduct yourself. And when you aren't taught how to conduct yourself as a child, they're sponges. They absorb every single thing. No matter, honestly, I don't think that sponge that stage of being a sponge honestly really ends, because everyone is always, no matter how old you are, everyone is always looking for something to absorb, some type of information, and you use it to either better yourself or you don't use it at all. But kids get bullied in school way too much because of how they are either treated at home. Sometimes you may have, for example, a kid who is being raped or beaten by their parents, grandparents, cousins, family members, and they are silent at home. When they go to school, they choose to bully the person that seems just as quiet as how they are at home.
Yes.
And then they're like, well, that child is too quiet and I can pick on that child.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go and slap his or her book down. Let me go and take his or her money. Let me tell that kid that there's something wrong with them that I don't like, even though there's nothing wrong that I don't like, that I want to point out to make that person's life miserable, because my life is way worse than this person's life. And I want them to experience the same feeling that I'm experiencing at home.
Yes.
And it's sad because these kids don't know how to express themselves, and they don't know how to bring it out, so they act out. And when you see them acting out, try to change it. Even if, like Sade said, even if you're not their parent, talk to them, counsel them, give them a word. Little things count, because I can still remember certain murmurs or certain whispers of adults saying certain things to me that I probably let come in one ear and go out the other, but then it's still stuck in my head. So if I'm in a situation, it comes up. That bullying is not okay, because kids are not going to function properly. They're not going to know how to build relationships. They're not going to know how to love. They're not going to know how to love themselves, and in turn build their own self-esteem up, have discipline, not want to talk to adults or children that way, because they know that bullying is not nice, that you're bringing down someone else. And it's not okay. You're bringing down your society. One person it contributes to your society. So that bullying is not okay.
And especially us Black kids, it's so important to bring their spirit up, because they feel at some point insecure inside, and we don't need that for our children. We honestly don't. It could be Black, white, Puerto Rican, whatever country you're from, whatever background you have, you're a part of, just their insecurity is what matters. So the words, like I said, it's very harmful. That's like power right there.
Yes.
What you say is power. And going back to what you said, expressing, adults, we need to understand that we're not always right.
Yeah.
And I realized that with my little sister, we're not always right. And it's always good to sit down and have a conversation with them and let them express themselves. Let them cry. Let we cry together, because it creates a bond. And they listen better. They honestly do. They listen better. They was like, okay, Mom, like, I understand how you feel, but this is the reason why I was feeling that way. And Dad, I didn't like that because then this is what was happening. It's always right to listen, because when they don't listen, they're angry inside, and they feel like, all right, they don't listen to me. I don't care what goes on. I don't do this. I don't do that. All right, whatever. I'm just do what I want because it's my life. Because they don't care. And then that's when they start bullying, low self-esteem, then fights breaks out, and you wonder why your children in this situation. Oh, I raised a good kid, and then but you never remember, all right, Mom, but remember this and this and that. That's the reason why I'm so angry. That's the reason why I'm like this. All right, Dad, remember this and that. It could be anything that they experience, and you wouldn't remember, but certain scenarios sticks in a child's mind, and it's really good to be careful and important to listen. Every moment counts, because life can change drastically.
Definitely.
Can honestly change drastically. So this is our topic. Talk to me nice. Let us know how you feel. I feel like this was a really good discussion.
I think it was. I love it.
Subscribe. Write your opinions in your comments. Let us know. Like, literally talk to us, because we want to know what you guys have in your thoughts. It's really important. This is how we bond, guys. Okay, so thank you. This is Mahogany Spice. Feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe, and spread the word of Mahogany Spice.
Seriously.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you.